Good evening and thank you so much for tuning in to UBC News tonight. Let's have a look at the headlines as we start. To fast-track compensation of families that lost cattle during rustling. FDC candidate Nandala Mafabi promises to release Kakumiro warriors in prison. Parliamentary and representative elections to begin October 22nd and end on October 23rd. While Uganda Premier League returns under old format as Lugazi FC hosts URA. Yes, my name is Micheal Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakoni. This 21st of October 2025, this is news tonight. President Museveni, who is also the NRM candidate, has campaigned in Omoro district with a promise to fast-track the implementation of government pledge of compensating homesteads and families which lost cattle during the dark days of the way and rustling in Omoro. President Museveni, who is holding the NRM presidential flag, has been received by hundreds of supporters who have committed to vote for him come January 2026.
But they gave up. In 1950. But along the way, they brought a case in court. Because I never like wars, I said, okay, discuss with them. And they started getting money from the government. 159 billion shillings were spent. But where is this money going? So that's why I started checking, and I found there was a bit of war here, some war there. And the majority of the homesteads were out. So I called leaders in Teso, Lango, Acholi. And then I said, don't you think it would be better to handle all the homesteads equally? So that because the war, you cannot compensate for war. Damage of war are very many things. People die. Even if you compensate cows, how about people who died? How about buildings which were destroyed? How about time which was lost? How about legs which were cut off? How do you compensate all that? Why don't we give something equal to all the homesteads? If they are in Uganda, the ones who have said NRM has done nothing must be looked for and be arrested. But let's see how many children are working in each factory.
And lastly, Okelo Nga Okao LOC 5 flag bearer. His Excellency will come down to take a photo with you. Your Excellency.
President Museveni has pledged to fast-track the compensation of people affected by Karuma hydropower dam construction and victims affected by wildlife conflict in Nwoya district that is bordering Murchison National Park. Museveni made the pledge as he explained the NRM manifesto to the people of Nwoya district.
Presidential candidate President Museveni has continued with his campaigns in Acholi sub-region where he campaigned in Nwoya and Omoro districts on Tuesday. In Nwoya, he was welcomed by thousands of NRM supporters. During the campaigns, Museveni pledged to fast-track the compensation for the people affected by Karuma hydro dam construction.
Compensation of 119 victims displaced by the construction of Karuma hydropower project. Some have been paid, others have not been paid. 11 billion was paid, but 48 billion is still pending.
He also instructed the Prime Minister to fast-track compensation for those affected by wild animals like the elephants from the Murchison National Park that have killed and destroyed people's gardens and those that were affected by corn war.
I have read the file about the elephants which are killing people and destroying crops. I will instruct the Prime Minister to follow up the compensation for the people whose crops were destroyed by the elephants.
He also urged the people of Nwoya to support him in free education for all policy.
In the coming government, support my policy of free education for children in the government schools. Because the policy makers and decision makers are going to deny themselves the chance of going to heaven. Because these children, when they say, my parents died, so I had to leave school.
During the rally, over 200 opposition supporters joined the NRM party with the promise to support the NRM candidates.
You cannot be in opposition in an environment where everybody is speaking NRM. You look an outsider, and that is what pushed them. I think there was pressure from the community against them to cross to NRM.
The district leaders welcomed the pledges, saying that issues have been affecting the communities for a long time.
One, for peace and stability, because some of us grew up in IDP camp. And if right now I can speak that I'm a member of parliament, it has been because of the nurture, the empowerment that he has given to us.
To solve once and for all the issue of human-wildlife conflict. You heard what the chairperson of the NRM of the Nwoya district said about the elephants attacking people, are killing people, and destroying crops and livelihood. I'm very glad the president came and made the commitment.
Wednesday, October 22nd, President Museveni will campaign in Gulu City and Lamu district. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Nwoya.
As Uganda gears up for the 2026 general elections, poverty remains a concern as voters demand handouts instead of solutions to alleviate poverty. This handout syndrome has reflected in many districts where General Mjesha Muntu campaigned. People have been demanding for money to solve their personal immediate needs.
The politics of money and handouts seem to have infiltrated the society as voters prioritize short-term gains.
This is government. Shaban was talking about politicians who are getting money in sacks, and for them they are, starving. He was also talking about tarmac roads, but he was asking, what are we going to do on the tarmac roads if we can't even eat?
This has led to a cycle where politicians focus on buying votes rather than delivering quality services.
When you have got people who are only motivated by self-advancement in terms of what they get out of the position they have, that's bound to happen. I had a doubt whether there's going to be any relief on the citizenry until we have honest men and women in government. That's the core of the problem. My hope is that the population can understand that.
During General Mugisha Muntu's campaigns in Chikube, Bulisa and Hoima, some people were hesitant to perceive his message.
These days, if you don't have money, you almost cannot buy for an office and get it.
Many Ugandans are struggling to survive. It's no surprise that poverty alleviation has become a top priority in 2026. General Mugisha Muntu says an accountable society should demand policies and actions that benefit the great area. With elections around the corner, it's clear that money will be a major deciding factor rather than service delivery. But the question is, how did we reach here and who is to blame?
And my hope is that more and more honest men and women will keep on congregating within Alliance for National Transformation. So the day we take power, we can show the country what it means when we have honest government.
Government launched poverty alleviation programs to improve livelihoods, but poverty remains a challenge in many parts of the country. Tomorrow, General Mugisha Muntu moves to Kotido and Chibale. Haruna Mtesasira, UBC News.
The chairman of the Electoral Commission, Justice Simon Byabakama, has announced that registration and nomination for candidates for the national parliamentary and representative elections will begin on the 22nd of October, that is tomorrow, and end on Thursday, October 2023. 2023, I beg your pardon. He urged all aspiring candidates to adhere to the rules and guidelines set by the Commission.
The Electoral Commission has announced the registration and nomination process for local constituency representatives to Parliament. The program starts Wednesday 22nd and ends on Thursday, October 23rd.
The nominations will be conducted at the respective district or seat headquarters across the country, beginning at 9 a.m. and ending at 5 p.m. on each of the appointed dates.
It will focus on the following activities: director-elected MPs who total to 353, women representatives, representative of older persons, representatives of persons with disabilities, workers representatives, and youth representatives. Justice Byabakama presented the plan to the nation in the presence of representatives of presidential candidates, representatives of political party officials, aspiring candidates, and the other political stakeholders. According to the Electoral Commission, there are rules and regulations candidates must follow. Payment of the nomination fees to the Electoral Commission within the stipulated time, and this is non-refundable. No need for those outside Kampala to move to the EC headquarters in Kampala for verification. Being a registered voter in the electoral area, possessing the minimum academic qualifications, submitting all required nomination forms and documents, duly signed and endorsed by the necessary authorities, resignation of civil servants seeking political positions, must present 2 current passport-size photos, must have 2 vehicles approaching the nomination venue with not more than 10 people in company. Upon nomination, returning officers shall meet nominated candidates between 24th to 27th October. Justice Byabakama clarified that the election of the UPDF representatives to Parliament will be conducted later.
The Uganda People's Defense Forces will be conducted at a later date. It is not part of tomorrow and Thursday's proceedings, no. And it will be done in accordance with the provisions of Section 9 of the Parliamentary Elections Act.
After being confirmed and cleared by the Electoral Commission, successful candidates will be allowed to present and launch their manifestos to the electorate.
Thereafter, you can go to and pre-arrange the venue and meet your supporters and greet them and roll out your manifesto. You are not doing it on the road.
Campaigns will officially start on 10th November in accordance with the Commission's electoral roadmap and guidelines.
As tomorrow you are at liberty to meet with your supporters at a designated venue of your choice. Campaigns will not commence until 10th of November. Campaigns officially begin for MPs, for local government elections on 10th of November.
The Electoral Commission also announced that re-elections for local government representatives who passed after being elected will be scheduled between the 27th and 28th of this month. Amidst the ongoing presidential campaigns, Justice Byabakama commended both the security forces and the candidates for maintaining peace and ensuring a calm political environment.
On behalf of the Commission, I'd like to commend the presidential candidates. The exercise is moving on relatively, generally, smoothly, to the amusement of some people. With all some people asking, said, yeah, it's like there are no campaigns. Things are moving on smoothly.
He, however, warned the aspirants against commercialization of politics. Representatives of different political parties shared their experiences.
Earlier planned, as per the program which had been given by the EC, to end our campaigns on the 12th, but we are now going to adjust and have our last rally in Kololo on the 13th of January, following this announcement of the polling day being 15th.
The other aspects of the briefing were already communicated to the parties. Maybe the other issues that we learn from the Commission that the final register is not ready 2 months to the elections.
The Electoral Commission announced that the registration and nomination of candidates will take place at district and city levels. The process for persons with disabilities will be conducted at the Commission's headquarters in Kampala. According to the Commission, official campaigning will conclude on 13th January, with the voting scheduled for 15th January 2026. I'm Nwoya Vanjuko and Stephen Kalisia for UBC.
Back to the campaign trail for presidential candidates, Nandala Nathan Mafabi of the FDC has promised to release the Karakunas who were arrested in Kotido in Karamoja. While holding his campaign rallies in Kotido, Mafabi said that if Karakunas had a case to answer, they would have been produced to court.
FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has started campaign rallies in Kotido district, Omoro Center, where Karimajong elders dressed him like a Karimajong and named him Lokori before presenting him gifts. Presidential candidate Nandala Mafabi promised to protect their porous borders. The President FDC party, Patrick Oboy Amriat, said they will address the issue of insecurity in the region.
About the insecurity that the GA people are suffering from the neighbors in Uganda. There's external insecurity, but there's a better way to deal with it. Let me protect that porous border and nobody will come from there to fight us.
At Panyangara Center, South Division, Kotido District, Mafabi was given a hero's welcome. Amuriat encouraged the G, saying they are strong and should not fear police. He emphasized that the Karakunas, Karimajong warriors who were arrested, will be released from prison unconditionally.
Give me your authority as the President of Uganda. Those will be released immediately.
The candidates' convoy of vehicles passed through poor, rugged and slippery roads with potholes from Moroto to Kotido. The presidential candidate promised to tarmac Moroto to Karenga Road.
This road from here, from Moroto up to here, you have a four-wheeler, you can't reach here. You're not supposed to have tarmac. Did you commit a crime not to have tarmac?
The candidate also held campaign rallies in Kotido, including Kotido Town, Kabong, and Abim.
Residents of Kakumiro and Kikube districts gathered along the streets and at playgrounds to welcome the National Unity Platform President and party flag bearer, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Kyagulanyi, on a campaign trail across the Bunyoro Kingdom, addressed supporters, promising to build the oil city, improve education and healthcare, and increase workers' salaries. He urged the people of Bunyoro to vote him.
National Unity Platform presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu left Hoima City heading to Kakumiro and Kikube districts. Crowds cheered as his convoy stopped briefly at Igayaza town, where Kyagulanyi addressed residents and promised to elevate their status when elected president in the 2026 general elections.
Temugenda kuddamu kwagala kugenda mu kibuga, ekibuga kigenda kujja wano. You have everything that you need, everything that you need. Banage tugenda kubera ne train one. Tugenda kubera ne university one. Tugenda kubera ne referral hospital one. Tugenda kubera n'amasomero amalungi wano. Abasawo n'abasomesa tugenda basasula bulungi.
Kyagulanyi later proceeded to Kakumiro town, where supporters received and escorted him to Kacheka Stadium. But security forces blocked his rally from taking place at the venue, leading to clashes between supporters and security personnel, with tear gas fired to disperse the gathering. Later, Kyagulanyi and his team addressed supporters. He blamed the security agencies for the violence.
Every one of you can be Bobby Wine. This is the future, and we can change the future. We are the country, we are the future, we are the...
Kyagulanyi promised to improve education, agriculture and healthcare, and raise salaries for teachers, doctors, police officers, soldiers and other government workers.
Of this generation, you are the future of this place. I want you to think very critically. I want you to think about tomorrow. Think about the future.
He urged the police of Kakumiro and Kikube to elect him as president so that he can develop the oil city, construct modern rail transport and ease movement for businesses across the country. Kyagulanyi assured the people that Uganda is rich in oil, gold and other natural resources and pledged to use them to benefit all Ugandans.
The National Consultative Forum has cautioned the Electoral Commission to ensure the upcoming elections are conducted fairly. This was during a meeting with the EC officials to discuss ensuring peaceful and credible election.
Uganda approaches the 2026 general elections. Concerns are rising among citizens about potential post-election violence. To allay fears, the National Consultative Forum has met with the Electoral Commission officials to discuss a fair and peaceful election.
So on and so forth. But because elections provide that window, so that in case there is confrontation with the state, everybody knows the state is querying this because there were issues with elections, and it will stick. This one has now become a global phenomenon.
Thin line between elections and war. If you've not handled the elections very well, the war and violence they're just neighbors. They are just neighbors, so it's very important, it's very delicate. As you handle elections, you must handle it as delicate as possible.
National Consultative Forum leaders emphasized true and fair elections to avoid public discontent and violence. Some political parties raised concerns about their candidates being unfairly treated or allegedly being blocked from using main roads while on campaigns.
Okay, the candidates to go through where Museveni goes through. Why should, Museveni or NRM people take the main road? Okay, and then people like Noop and others are not allowed to go through the main roads.
The chairman of the forum, Godfrey Chwanda Subi, emphasized caution during the elections, stating any mistake could cause violence.
So, we've warned the Electoral Commission and everyone that is handling the electoral process, please, you should know that you are handling something very delicate, and we should always be very careful for our country.
Representing PFF, Ambassador Wasabirugwa noted that the election campaign is currently being handled relatively well by security agencies with minimal riots.
We've been seeing is much better than what had been before, that befallen us when we were involved, many times, being tear gas, being beaten up, being locked up. Now they're silent about this, but at the same time there is things going on which you don't see and some of us know about, and that is abducting young people and taking them away and locking them up. And
the EC assured the National Consultative Forum that it would ensure fair and transparent elections and urging observers on roles and responsibilities.
Of internet-based communication. This one has complicated management of elections even further. The advent of social media. Social media has revolutionized communication because the information is now put together and delivered in real time.
Stakeholders, including security agencies, the EC and political parties, were advised to be vigilant in their messaging to maintain peace during the elections.
With Momo, you have the power to pay for shopping more easily using your phone. Dial *165*3# or scan to download Momo app and pay for anything. No hassling for change. And even better, if you run out of money while paying, you can simply add core with Momo Advance. That's Momo. That's the power to be more.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint Undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for Silk Vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends me to another person who recommends me to another person who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
Ochikoze mwana. Shop is stocked, customers ready. Now it's time for takeoff. So offer them more. Become a Wendy agent today and offer mobile money top customer service support, utility payments, water, power, pay TV, you're nah. Turn your shop into a Wendy agent hub and commissions on every tap and easy access to loans.
That's right. More foot traffic, more sales, more profit, paid instantly. Register free. Call 0800 217 200 or WhatsApp 0707 993 930.
Wendy Wonawoli.
We thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. It's UBC News Tonight. Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development has unveiled the 2025-2030 strategic plan targeting the expansion and diversification of renewable energy sources while promoting clean cooking technologies to reduce biomass dependence. The plan was launched at the ongoing Renewable Energy Conference and Expo 2025 in Kampala, held under the theme Transforming Energy Systems for Livelihoods and Conservation.
Uganda has made significant progress in harnessing its natural energy potential, particularly solar, wind and biomass. These investments are helping to reduce dependence on hydropower, which remains vulnerable to climate change and fluctuating water levels.
Meeting these targets demands sustained investment. Year in, year out, so that we are able to explore the nuclear energy for peaceful use agenda. Sustained investment. It also requires sustained innovation so that we enhance efficiency. We move away from rudimentary methods.
Through its 2025-2030 strategic plan, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development is shifting focus from access to impact by expanding and diversifying renewable energy sources and making electricity not only available but also affordable and sustainable. This is in line with Government of Uganda's ATM economic strategy, says Engineer Irene Batebe, the Permanent Secretary at the Energy Ministry.
With the key targets that we've set, we must support the ATMs, we must get power to mining sites, the demand is high, we must unlock new generation capacity, including nuclear, and indeed the enormous demands of this sector as enshrined in the strategic plan must be supported if all the other areas will be unlocked.
This year's Renewable Energy Conference and Expo theme, Transforming Energy Systems for Livelihoods and Conservation, reflects the Ministry's commitment to ensuring that Uganda's energy policies and programs go beyond power generation and supply.
Over 80% of Ugandans still rely on biomass for cooking. And it's not just an energy issue, it's a health issue, it's a gender equality challenge, it's a climate concern, it's a nature crisis.
New innovations come with new science that will help us reduce on the wastage, maximize benefits from the resources that we have. It requires responsible exploitation of our oil, our gas, and the mineral resources so that we can drive what we've been talking about, industrialization, so that we can get the jobs for the youth who are the majority in this country.
As the country enters the NDP4 implementation period, commitment and collaboration are crucial in sustaining the momentum needed to build an energy industry that is sustainable, inclusive, and competitive. Charlotte Amuge for UBC.
The State House Anti-Corruption Unit has warned the public to remain vigilant against fraudsters who impersonate officials to extort money. This follows an incident in Jinja where 3 individuals allegedly attempted to defraud Pastor Frederick Isanga, a fake black dollar scam. The suspects were arrested by police.
The suspects, Agrechintu, Isco Moses,
and Nwoya Herman. Between September and October, they reportedly summoned Pastor David Isanga, also known as Nabi Daudi, to answer on counterfeit dollar dealings.
They traveled to Jinja, to the premises of this church, and met the officials of the church and revealed to them that they were under investigation, and at a later point they would get back to them. They wanted to interface with the pastor, who at that point did not interface with them.
The head of legal services at State House Anti-Corruption Unit, Israel Ocho, says the accused individuals claim to be acting under the State House Anti-Corruption Unit.
They indicated to the pastor that the unit was investigating the pastor for being involved in a fake dollar scam. Thing is to highlight a growing trend in this kind of crime. I have told you, in the month of August alone, we saw losses to people in the country to the tune of 655.
Pastor Isanga's legal representative, Derek Isabidi, shared his encounter with alleged fraudsters.
Elected to go to Normal Gallery, State House. We went there, we met a gentleman called Chintu Agre. By his introduction, he said he's a State House official. Yes, he's the one in the middle, and says he was working under Major Micheal. So he said they were investigating the prophet. So he was advising us that we should get in touch with Salim Saleh to help us, and we should also be able to get in touch with other people to help us, so that the prophet can go free. When he informed the prophet, he said he's not aware of all that.
The suspects will soon appear before court to answer charges of fraud and impersonation. However, as the State House Anti-Corruption Unit addressed the media, one of the suspects, Agre Chintu, insisted that Pastor Isanga was involved in black dollar fraudulent activities. Rebecca Natongo, Annette Sana, UBC News.
Just to reiterate,
the 2025 edition of the Renewable Energy Conference and Exposition has attracted a wide range of local and international players, showcasing innovative renewable energy solutions, all aimed at supporting Uganda's social and economic transformation through a sustainable and efficient energy mix.
Various exhibitors have turned up for the Renewable Energy Conference and Expo 2025 at the Kampala Serena Hotel to display clean energy innovations and technologies for clean cooking solutions and off-grid systems for productive use to solar applications for lighting and other domestic and commercial purposes.
Very, easy to carry, not like the traditional lead-acid batteries. So this is very light, easy.
We have brought this new technology specifically for schools and big institutions. It uses little power to boil food. It can cook beans like for 30 minutes or 20 minutes.
Currently, the Ministry of Energy and its partners are working together to increase the uptake of renewable energy solutions such as electric pressure cookers, liquefied petroleum gas, and advanced biomass stoves, technologies that promise to improve energy efficiency and reduce reliance on traditional fuels.
I told the people of Nakasongola, I reminded them that at one time they won a medal of being the first district in burning charcoal, Nakasongola. And I asked them whether they still have trees now as I speak.
However, concerns remain about the affordability and durability of the solutions on display, including heavy and light-duty solar panels and high-capacity batteries.
So middle-class people can afford. Unlike people who are lower than middle class, I don't think they can really afford. So I think also, that's what I go back to what I say. So if the government would punch in something, something, these the owners, they'll try and also reduce the prices in order people in rural areas to afford these technologies at this moment.
The argument is that if renewable solutions remain expensive, uptake and penetration levels will stay low, undermining the broader goal of expanding access to clean energy.
Some of these innovations are quite expensive. They are costly, especially for the common man.
So you realize that even if we deploy this, not just a small fraction of the community of our society can afford it. So as the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, what are you trying to do to ensure that these technologies are accessible?
We have right now an ongoing subsidy program where the government is coming in to provide the subsidy. So if you wanted to get a solar irrigation system that is 1 million, then the government is subsidizing that by almost 50%. We have partners who have similar initiatives that are supporting subsidizing these products. So that's on the one part, that where we're supporting price buy down.
Renewable energy continues to provide economic opportunities for Ugandans, particularly in areas not yet connected to the national grid, driving production, improving livelihoods, and contributing to sustainable local economies. Dennis Igoa for UBC.
The Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union have officially called off their industrial action with immediate effect and ready to resume work tomorrow after a successful engagement with the Minister for Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Museveni, and the Ministry of Gender with the promise to resolve their issues. This was during their annual delegates meeting in Kampala. The Union General Secretary Agaba Nobat says that all trainers must return to work and appeal to government to adhere to the promises made. The Technical Teachers Union went on strike on the 15th day of September over a salary increment.
The First Lady promised to convene a meeting with the union leaders in the shortest time possible, though they are in campaigns, but she will, I'm in touch with her team. They will convene a meeting just to go there and talk about only TVET, without politicians, without UNATU, without any other thing, just TVET matters. So she also appealed to us to call off the industrial action. We've called the delegates of the union, that is the NEC members and all the chairpersons of branches, plus the union trustees. And the reason why we've called them here is that, as we all know, we've been undergoing an industrial action which started on 15 September. And today marks day 37 of striking. So we've called them to talk to them about some meetings we've been having with government officials, that is Ministry of Public Service, Ministry of Education, the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, and lastly, last Friday we met the First Lady, who is also the line Minister of Education.
Of recent, they met our First Lady, Janet Museveni, about the issues of the strike, and we resolved that they should stand out to continue working. Though we had a meeting, as one of their trustees, I had to come into the meeting and also give more advice, because we want to stop the continued strikes which are continuing every time coming on and on everywhere.
I pray, with due respect for all of us, that we call off the industrial action as my suggestion.
I do propose that we suspend this industrial action for 90 days. Reason being, I do trust the General Secretary and the Chairperson of the Union.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's take another short break. On return, we'll have business news tonight.
basaba n'abanyamamanya nze Bruno Betty muzukuru wa mukumandiga nateranga nyingiro ne banafa ba MT
MTN wanje MTN walalo MTN gamba to get the power to win njagala ofuna eryanyi okuwangula ogenda kuwangula ota ngenda kubanga obukadde 10 buli wiki wanje ngenda kubanga kwasa obukadde 10 buli wiki ku simu ye nyinyi kyabonka kimu kyokka line ya MTN bana beka buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula ndakozesa momo okudya buli ogenda okusasula ngwena kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo oyinza okubanga ngenda kwewola kasente kozesa momo wanje ogenda kuinvestinga kozesa momo abwa MTN we jamanyi nekwa obukadde 10 buli wiki wala kastenyo bimala bwe pa wentandika ngamba kyekiriwo wanje nenkwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa tenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende guru halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi mwanange ndi wano mu office ntode nyiga ma computer nenkuta awa namwe kasana benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze bitu namanga epeyinze ebolo winze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial star 165# or use the momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Coffee Spirit, Simba Gin. Coffee Spirit, Simba Gin. Check out the cup. SMS the code. Wangule virabo. Tulaga manyi. Karukasita wabuza.
Masabu maji.
Bikole Masavu near Premier Distilleries. Simply buy Coffee Spirit or Simba Gin. Check under the cap, send the code to 6688 and stand a chance to win borders, tuk-tuks, cash, airtime, flat screens, mobile phones and a grand prize of 50 million Uganda shillings. This promotion is valid for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply. Alcohol is not for sale to persons under 18. Please drink responsibly.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. We go straight to business news tonight. Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo have held a Business Connect Forum and Expo in Butembo, North Kivu province. The Ugandan delegation led by Ambassador Farid Kalisa underscored the importance of the forum in boosting trade and commerce between the two East African Community member states.
Under the theme, Strengthening Business Linkages for Socio-Economic Transformation, the business forum aimed at connecting businesses between Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo for mutually beneficial growth in trade and commerce.
Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo
are not just neighbors, but partners in trade, in peace, in prosperity, and in building a future where our people can thrive together. According to the Bank of Uganda 2025, Uganda's exports to DRC rose from 446 million USD in 2020, and in 2024, the value is now at 810 million. That's over 81% increase in imports from DRC.
Participants discussed existing barriers to trade and laid down strategies to find solutions that create an enabling environment for business to flourish. The Business Forum and Expo in Butembo attracted over 50 business enterprises in various product lines and exhibitors from Uganda for business networking with DRC business community from Beni, Butembo, Kisangani, Goma and Bukavu.
Et de remettre la RDC sur l'échiquier international.
We shall still continue following up with the ambitions and targets as promised by the First Minister, who insists on constant communication in the region, in addition to boosting collaboration between Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo for mutual benefits.
Ougandaise est un maillon très important dans cette dynamique.
This animal called non-tariff barriers, it hinders competitiveness and affects human welfare. Infrastructure bottlenecks, we are trying, we shall get there, but you all know the hardship you went through when accessing the road from Kasindi through to
Butembo is the second largest city in North Kivu province, with a sizable population of businesses that have links to as far as Kinshasa. Uganda's strategic location makes it a crucial gateway into and out of eastern DRC. Crispus Adinitwe, Dennis Sugoa, UBS News.
After initiating the old format of the Uganda Premier League, allowing teams to compete on the home and away basis, Uganda Premier League action returns. This Wednesday, Lugazi FC is hosting URA, while Maroons FC will host Calvary. We visited Lugazi to assess readiness for the team to host tax collectors tomorrow.
First of all, thank God for the gift. We are playing tomorrow.
Actually, both of them are on the
game we play. We are playing Lugazi. I'm not saying that it will be a walkover. No, I know they are strong. In their previous game, they got a draw against KCCA away from their home ground. So I know they are prepared and ready to see that they get the points tomorrow. But also been struggling with scoring and winning games, but been working on that, and I'm very sure the players know what it means to win tomorrow's game, and we are ready to do that. We are going to miss Arthur Chigundu, is injured. Ochan also is still injured. OT is out of tomorrow's game, but we do have replacements for those players, and they are ready to play tomorrow's game, and I'm very sure they will have a good game.
The City Tires experience of the desert challenge is back, where top customers are given an experience of a desert adventure in Dubai. This is an expedition that aims to recreate the great moments of a vision and adventure of the mythical Dakar Rally, with quite affordable participation costs and the possibility of participation of various types of motor vehicles, 4x4 and 4x4 trucks, a good dose of courage, spirit of adventure, ability to help, and good humor.
For Denso, we've signed a long-term agreement. They are going to be part of Mandela Group now. Our customers are going to be enjoying from the spare parts of Denso. So it has been a colorful event, and most especially we've had a draw where we've picked 6 of our winners who are going to travel with us in the Dubai Desert Challenge. Unlike any other draws that we normally conduct for this, today we've picked 6 winners, 2 from the taxi category and 4 from the driving category. But we still call upon all our customers who do service their vehicles with us. There's still room for those who are going to travel with us. Like you've heard, we are taking over 18 people to Dubai, fully paid and courtesy of City Oil and ADNOC lubricants. Our partnerships with our clients is more of transparency, okay? Wherever we source our products from, we always make it possible for them to get to know where these products are coming from. Like now you've seen a delegation from the ADNOC, a delegation from the Denso, the president of Denso is right here. So they are coming to let you know that, yeah, what Mandela supplies you is the best, not only in Uganda, but in the world, okay? You've heard these are very big, reputable companies that we deal with, the ADNOC and the Denso. So our customers are getting whatever they're supposed to get for their cars smoothly without any hassle.
That is all we had for you at this particular moment. Let's catch you at 10 p.m. with more news. My name is Micheal Jedon Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakon and the whole team. Bye-bye for now.
Inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now.